You're on the couch, blowing up my phone. You don't wanna come out, but you don't wanna be alone. It don't take but two to have a little.
First, you're gonna need the deer skull. Then some electrical tape to help with the antlers. Next is rubber cement, but this step is not needed. Need some gloves to make sure paint doesn't get everywhere on you. You're gonna need some paint, of course, and a tub for water. The next step is to tape the antlers so the paint doesn't get anywhere on them whatsoever. This third step isn't needed, and this is where the Elmer's rubber cement glue comes into play, but this is to keep your teeth clean if you really want to. This is not needed whatsoever though.
Ever since you left me, I've been riding around, cranking up a little country gold heartbreak. Cried and dried these tears, I don't know how much more missing you I can take. I prayed, prayed, prayed for a sign, sign, sign. Now there it is in the window, it's about time, damn time. There's a neon light at the end of the tunnel. It ain't all that bright, but even though it's subtle, it's got me feeling alright. Gonna make it a double. There's a neon light at the end of the tunnel, tunnel, tunnel. Take a shot of I don't care what you're doing now. Chase that one with a cold screw you. When that's done, I just might wash it down with a big picture of someone new. That blonde, blonde, blonde at the bar, bar, bar. See if she wants to try and unbreak my heart, heart, heart. There's a neon light at the end of the tunnel. It ain't all that bright, but even though it's subtle, it's got me feeling alright. Gonna make it a double.
This is a fast forward of me spray painting the base color of white. You can use whatever base color you would like. I do recommend this for the fact that it does help with a lot of the coloring in the situation, and if you make a hole in the paint while you're doing the spraying process in the end.
Well, I caught my wife with another man, and it cost me 99.
When choosing a container, make sure you choose the appropriate size so that the skull can fully submerge. Make sure the container is clean so nothing gets onto the skull while you're dipping the skull at the end.
Close to the Florida line. Well, I've been here for 2 long years. I finally made the warden my friend, and so he sentenced me to a life of ease, taking care of old Red. Now old Red, he's the damnedest dog that I've ever seen. Got a nose that can smell a 2-day trail. He's a 4-legged tracking machine. You can consider yourself mighty lucky to get past the gators and the quicksand beds. But all these years that I've been here, ain't nobody got past Red. And the warden sang, come on somebody, why don't you run? Old Red's itching to have a little fun. Get my lantern, get my gun. Red'll have you treat for the morning come. off the guard and I slipped out a letter to my cousin up in Tennessee. On he brought down a blue tick hound. She was pretty as she could be. Well, they pinned her up in the swampland about a mile just south of the gate. And I'd take old Red for his evening run. I'd just drop him off and wait. And the warden sang, "Come on somebody, why don't you run? Old Red's itching to have a little fun. Get my lantern, get my gun. Red'll have your treat for the morning come." Now old Red got real used to seeing his lady every night. And so I kept him away for 3 or 4 days and waited till the time got right. Well, I made my run with the evening sun, and I smiled when I heard him turn Red out. 'Cause I was headed north to Tennessee, and old Red was headed south. And the warden sang, "Come on somebody, why don't you run? Old Red's itching to have a little fun. Get my lantern, get my gun. Red'll have your treat for the morning come." Now there's red-haired blue ticks all in the south. Love got me in here and love got me out.
My final coat of paint, I do choose to use a clear coat. In this video, I used a clear satin, as you can see on the container. I chose this because it doesn't give much of a look to the skull once you're finished spray painting it. I went ahead and spray painted it since I assume you know how to spray paint a skull now. But here's the finished product. You can see there isn't a lot of change to it. It just gives it a little more protection in the paint. I set it down just so it can dry for a little bit, and when I come back you can see me take off the tape of the skull. Please be careful in this situation so you don't damage the skull.
I don't know if you were looking at me or not. You probably smile like that all the time. I don't mean to bother you, but I couldn't just walk by and not say hi. And I know your name, 'cause everybody in here knows your name. You're not looking for anything right now, so I don't wanna come on strong. Don't get me wrong, your eyes are so intimidating. My heart is pounding, but it's just a conversation. No, girl, I'm not wasted. You don't know me, I don't know you, but I want to. And I don't wanna steal your freedom, I don't wanna change your mind. I don't have to make you love me, I just wanna take your time. I don't wanna wreck your Friday, I ain't gonna waste my life. I don't have to take your heart, I just wanna take your time.